everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Varun Kaushal and I am a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. Today I am going to discuss about forest dwellers. Forests are home to wild creatures as well as to a huge number of individuals across the globe. Ancestral individuals for their livelihood have been dwelling in the woods since ages. Individuals who live in and around backwoods regions are the ancestral public known as the forest dwellers who come up short on the fundamental conveniences of life. They are subject to forests for the livelihood. Tribals or the Adivasis living in forests are that piece of the general public who are far away from the fundamental offices which they ought to get. In this period of improvement, the forest dwellers are unconscious of the exercises going outside their dwelling backwoods and the other way around. For example, we also are uninformed of the challenges they may be confronting occasionally. Misuse of woods is sped up because of mining and industrialization. So what are the troubles looked by the forest dwellers? They are denied of the privileges, medical care frameworks, instructive frameworks and some more. They experience the ill effects of different diseases yet get no treatment. There are where no power is yet accessible. At certain spots, accessibility of water is scant. Possibly they need to travel miles looking for water. Places where little lakes or streams are accessible, individuals use it for various purposes like washing garments, washing their creatures, and that is the thing that is burned through for drinking purposes likewise, which is very perilous for utilization. Indeed, even the waterways, the water bodies are as a rule so influenced quickly by every one of the losses from the businesses or waste from the urban communities which all stream in the streams, which are additionally a danger to the forest dwellers. Eviction of the forest dwellers. Anyone can't enter the woods and starts clearing the forest and guaranteeing their privileges on the land. The expulsion will add up to uprooting of these honest residents which are not in the slightest degree mindful of the circumstance outside the woods. Thus, an act was passed in 2006 to protect the forest as well as the forest dwellers. The act is called the Scheduled Tribes and the Other Forest Dwellers. So what are the rights of forest dwellers? To set up businesses and colonize the region, the public authority is removing the forest dwellers. To stop this removal, the Rights of Forest Act 2006 was passed by the public authority to give insurance to individuals who are reliant upon woods for their livelihood. The ancestral individuals living in the woods utilize the playing grounds for development for quite a while, and out of nowhere, anybody can't expel the dwellers, leaving them destitute. Thus, an act passed offering rights to individuals with respect to the responsibility for land. The Scheduled Tribes and Other Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Rights 2006 says that the Act plans and attempts to ensure the privileges of tribal and ancestral individuals over the land that they are generally reliant upon. The Act lays the resettlement strategy, saying that without appropriate plans for settlement and land designation, they are not to be moved, and furthermore bind the public authority not to utilize the forest other than works identified with the security of natural life. The rights provided for the forest dwellers are heritable but not alienable or transferable. Gram Sabha has the power to start the assurance of nature and degree individual or local area forest rights, or both, that might be given to the forest dwellers. Who is qualified for the Act? Section 2 of the Act offers rights to the two distinct gatherings of individuals. Number 1, Section 2C says that forest dwelling scheduled tribes, that is members or community of the scheduled tribes who primarily reside and who depend on the forest or forest lands for bona fide livelihood needs, and includes the scheduled tribe pastoralist communities. Number 2, Section 2O says that other traditional forest dweller, that is any member or community who has at least 3 generations. Generation is a period of 25 years prior to the enactment of the Act, 13th day of December 2005, primarily resided in and who depended on the forest or forest land for bona fide livelihood needs. What are the forest rights? Section 3 attracts the forest rights to the above 2 classifications. Some are right to hold and live in the forest land for home or for self-development for livelihood. Local area rights have likewise been given, like qualifications to water bodies like fishing, and furthermore touching rights of settlement and conversion of all forest villages. Option to ensure, recover or save or deal with any local area forest asset which they have been generally securing and moderating for manageable use, yet barring conventional right of chasing or catching or extricating a piece of body of any types of wild creature. Right of possession, for example, the minor woodland produce which has been customarily gathered inside or outside town limits can be gathered, utilized and discarded. So what is the present situation? India records to under 10% of tribals or the Adivasis of the all-out populace, yet is accounted to 40%, and the constraint outsing from homes in the middle of mid-90s till late 90s without giving pay or resettlement. In 2019, the Honorable Supreme Court passed a stay order on the eviction of the forest dwellers against its prior choice on removal of forest dwellers, and has now requested that the states make reports for the same. This is a law which manages the privileges of the native individuals, yet taking a gender at the current situation, it totally appears to fall flat. It has been accounted for that almost 5 lakh cases of tribals and other traditional forest dwellers under the Forest Rights Act have been dismissed who could confront eviction. The mass expulsion won't just influence the native individuals, yet in addition the danger to biodiversity and natural life, backwards discontinuity, which will eventually prompt deforestation. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions regarding the video, please do ask in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel like Cliq.